Evening everybody. So hopefully this time this is going to work. So I've actually tried to do this answer session over the last day or so, but again I'm having technical difficulties, and well, let's just say that the camera has gone back and I'm now reverted to using the iPhone. I'm still going to use a microphone. I apologise if I don't look at the lens. I'm having to get used to not looking at me, not the lens. Anyway, so this is the part 2 of the who's behind the tiara. So if we'll kind of get straight into it, she says, so I need to actually try and find the questions now. I've got the question on YouTube. There was one from Keefiaka Harris, so apologies if I get your name wrong, but the question was, what got me into golf? So I remember that much. So what got me into golf? So back in 2017, around about March time, my husband was on about going to the driving range with his son. In fact, no, sorry, I'm going to take this off first because it's going to fall off and it's going to end up getting tangled in my hair. But anyway, who is behind the tiara? Me, boo. So back to the question. So what got me into golf? So back in 2017, my other half wanted to go to the driving range with his son to go and start getting back into golf again. He used to play donkeys years ago, but he wanted to get back into it. And his son was quite busy with his girlfriend, so he never got around to it. And I just kind of said to him, I'll come with you. And I'm sure most of you, if you looked at your other half this way, and he just looked at me and went, really? And I was like, yeah, I'll come with you. And he was like, all right then. So off I went. Now, up until that point, I did think that golf was the most boring sport on earth. Why would anyone want to hit a little ball with a stick? Because effectively that's what it is. And I'd see it on TV and I'd think, oh my God, I'd rather watch paint dry. Anyway, went down to the driving range and hit a few balls. I thought, quite like this actually. I didn't hit it very far, but I was hitting it quite straight at the time. I thought, I can get into this. So we bought some cheapy clubs and then we went and did a 9-hole course near us called Ouston Park. I started there. I think my first hole of 9 was something ridiculous, like 150 shots, which is obscene. But again, for the first time ever, I don't think that was too, it was too bad. I preferred being on the course rather than the range because I had a target to aim at. I was aiming for the little flag and the little hole, whereas on the range, I felt like I was just hitting ball and I wasn't really going anywhere. So I think if I'd not have played on a course and just stuck at the golf range, I probably wouldn't have stuck it out and taken it up full time. But my husband does tell me I've got an obsessive personality in the sense of if I'm going to do something, I throw myself 100% into it. It's a case of me either go big or go home. So anything that I sort of start, any new hobby or whatever I start, I tend to throw myself into it 110%. So yeah, obsession began. So I hope that answers your question. So we'll now pop onto YouTube, which we've got here. So right, first one, Kilroy was here. What does golf need to attract more young players? I'm going to come back to that question because there's another one that I think might kind of link into it. Potentially. So a course from Everyday Golfer TV, a course I like to play in the UK that I haven't yet played. Now, I think most golfers would like to play the big one, St Andrews, Carnoustie, the Belfry, just for the pure experience of being where the big names have played. So yeah, I've played there. Now we went to the Ladies British Open this year down in Woburn, and that was played on the Marquis course, and that course, if you've not seen it, is absolutely stunning. So I'd love to have a go down there. However, I don't think I'm of a standard yet where I don't feel comfortable playing in that kind of environment because I don't think basically I think I'd probably tear the fairways up, and I'd feel really bad about tearing the fairways up. So I think I'd want to get a bit better before I looked at trying to book a breakaway at one of these sort of places, or if they'd even let me in, to be fair. I don't know what, some of them might actually have maximum handicap allowances to actually let you play. I don't know. One local to me that I'd quite like to play is I think it's called Alton Hall, and that's just outside Leeds. I've seen some quite good reviews of that place, so I'd quite like to play that. But to be fair, because I'm fairly new to the game, you know, March 2017, so I'm only like 2.5 years in, I haven't really played at many places around the UK. So I've played a couple in Doncaster. I played Forest Pines near Scunthorpe. We played one down near Milton Keynes with some friends, and then we played one not far from the Belfry, actually, somewhere down in that neck of the woods. So there's loads out there that I would like to have a go at, but more local. I think one of the next ones on my list is probably Alton Hall. So if there's any you think that I might like to play that are not ridiculously priced, pop your comment below. You know how it works. If you've got any recommendations, happy to have a go. Or even if you fancy having a round sometime, meeting up somewhere, I'm sure we could arrange that in the future when the better weather comes, of course. Next question, again from Kilroy was here. How far do you hit a 7, 8, 9 driver, etc.? Now for this one, what I'm going to do is, where is it? I've taken it downstairs. So I use a shot scope, and I've probably used it for about 2.5 years now. No, sorry, about 18 months now. So before I started using that, if I was at a certain point on the fairway looking at the green, I wouldn't have a clue how far that was. I'd be like, I don't know. In which case I wouldn't know what club to pick, because I didn't know how far I was hitting my clubs. So we bought the shot scopes. So although I'm still not 100% accurate on what a distance is, I'm a lot better. I can gauge it's around about 100 yards, 110 yards. It might be 10 yards either way, but I've got a better perception of what distances I'm looking at. And because of that, and because the shot scope tracks your shots, it's actually given me a massive tool, in the sense of it's given me the information I need to know what clubs to hit what distances. So it's actually helped to sort of streamline my game quite a lot in that respect. So what the shot scope does, it tracks your longest shots and it tracks your average shots, and something called P average. Now your P average is the one to go at, because it filters out all the crap. It gets rid of all the duff shots somehow. I don't know how it does it, some magic bug inside of it. So at some point at the end of the video, I'll put on a screenshot of my longest shots and my average shots. I can tell you, I think my longest drive is something like 246 yards, so I'm quite pleased with that. Not bad for a girlie. So I hope that, well, it doesn't answer your question now, but it will answer your question at the end of the clip. Kilroy was here has also said what's in the bag. So again, I have done, if you haven't subscribed, click on the subscribe or go onto my channel, and there is a couple of vlogs on there of what's in the bag, and also dig deeper what's in the bag. So I did one on the clubs, which generally all my irons are tailor-made, my woods are Ping, my hybrids are tailor-made, and my driver is Callaway. So a bit of a mixed bag, and my putter's an Odyssey. So the other one I did, the dig deeper, is what's in all the pockets. What other crap do I actually carry around me? And believe me, there was a lot of crap. I think I'd got about 3 changes of outfits in there. How, I do not know. So I'll put the links on there as well, but for you. But if you want to have a look on the channel and find out what's my what's in the bag videos, feel free to do that. And again, Kilroy was here. Now this Kilroy really wants to know about me. Good on you, pal. Do I play in the rain? Well, if you'd have asked me when I first started, will I be playing in the rain? It would have been absolutely not. Why would you do such a stupid thing? So a few months after that, we did actually buy waterproofs. And since then, yes, I do play in the rain, because I'm a little bit sad and I'm a little bit obsessed. I think I've previously mentioned I'm a bit obsessive. So if it's hammering it down, no, there is a limit. I don't want to look like a drowned rat. But if it's drizzling, yeah, no problem, I'll go out. If I'm on the course and it starts raining, a bit of drizzle, yep, carry on, no problem. So yeah, I do play in the rain. Incidentally, anyone who's actually watching this, how many others actually play in the rain? Or are you all fair weather golfers? It's a good one for you. We've got one from Darren Sturman. Will I be wearing my tiara playing golf or vlogging? It might occasionally make an appearance, it might not. The problem with it is you have to, you can see these little things here, you have to pin him into your hair. And if I do that, then I can't get a cap on or a visor. And I need my cap on my visor because I need to look the part. Oh, just a minute. Sorry, the low battery thing came on. You might just see my finger just going towards the screen there. Yeah, so I probably won't play it much wear it much if I'm playing golf. If I'm ever playing with Liam Harrison from Golf Vlogs UK, it might have to come out then. If I'm playing sometimes with Antfield House on the Beauty and the Beast vlogs, if you haven't seen them, go to Ant's channel and check out the Beauty and the Beast series. That's funny. There's some quite good banter on that one between me and him. So it might make an appearance on there. If people want to see the tiara while I'm vlogging, I've got no issue wearing it. I can pin it up, I can get it tangled in my hair and look like an absolute tramp. But generally it probably won't. I just noticed I've got a missing diamante. Oh my god, my world's going to end. Anyway, yeah, I probably won't wear it that much. But you have to subscribe to see when it does actually appear. What else have we got? Toby Duke. What do I do for a living? Well, I'm a qualified civil engineer. I qualified with first class honours degree 4 years ago. So I was quite late joining the civil engineering party. I'm currently working as an assistant project manager. So I've kind of gone down the more project management route. I'm better at telling people what to do than being technical. So linking that back to Kilroy's question of what does golf need to attract more players. Part of my job as well is I am a STEM ambassador, which is science, technology, engineering, mathematics, which means I go around into educational establishments, schools, careers fairs, and I promote engineering to young people. Now I think what golf needs to attract more players is to target them at the young age like we're trying to do with the engineering. If you get them when they're young, get them interested, and you're more likely to get more young players through. Now our club where we play, we haven't got any young players. We've not got any junior section because it's a municipal course. We don't have a PGA professional or anything like that. I know there's quite a few courses near us that do actually have junior sections, and they're really good junior sections. I don't know how big they are, how many juniors they've actually got in, what mix of gender they are, I don't know. But maybe something to look at is getting it on as an option on the curriculum. I don't know. Because when I was at school, we had netball for the girls, football for the boys, and athletics and hockey for both girls and boys. Very gender specific. So maybe it's, you know, target schools, try and get them as an option to even pitch and putting, you know, getting used to the swing of the golf club. It might spark a bit of interest. I think that's probably the key, is don't leave it too late to get young people involved. So I hope that answers your question there, Kilroy. And also Toby, hope that answers your question on what I do for a living. Nick Fewings, what's my go-to club? I think at the minute it's got to be my 6 hybrid, and that's because I use it for getting out of the rough, because it's a 28-degree loft, so it's quite good for getting through the thick stuff. I've also started using it for, if I'm about 60 70 yards away from the green, doing like a putting motion and getting it up on the green, bump and run it. That's proven quite well at the minute. Sometimes I do overhit it still. It obviously depends on conditions. If it's particularly dry, you're going to get a lot of roll and a lot of bounce. So I still need to work on distance control, which I do with my chipping anyway. But it's quite a versatile club to use, my 6 hybrid actually. So if you haven't got one, get one, have a go. See what you think. I think that's it for the questions, I think, at the minute. Cobra Golfer, our Robbie, he did make a comment about the crown. If you did watch the Who's Behind the Tiara video, you'll notice there was a theme tune there, and it was a guy called Bus On, and it's called 1 in a Million, and Robbie was right in naming Miss Congeniality. That's where the crown came from. So I know nobody specifically asked the question, but I'm one of these people where I'm a bit bonkers, if you haven't figured that out by now. I do have a go at stuff just to say I've done it, have a bit of a laugh. So back in, I think it was 2017 again, that must have been a good year. So I took part in 2 beauty pageants in 2017. Yes, I know. So I applied because, well, I applied because I didn't think I'd ever get in for one, and it was a complete shock when I got the letter through, or the email through, saying I've been accepted onto the Galaxy pageant system as a Mrs. Doncaster Galaxy. I was. No, I didn't place anywhere in that particular competition, but I had such a laugh, and it was such a confidence boost. It was amazing just to be up on that stage and strutting stuff. Oh, fantastic! I might even put a couple of pictures on the end of the here of the pageant, because they're just absolutely fantastic. Such a good laugh, and the girls in it are amazing as well. And then I did another one in I think it was about November time, and I came second in that one. And this is my winning tiara for coming second. So that was really good, and again had a real good laugh. Great for you know, boosting your, not necessarily, not your ego. What's the word? I don't want to say ego boost, because it's not an ego boost, but it's a real confidence. It's a confidence boost. That's the one. So I had such a laugh, and again, my poor hubby, he's known at work as Poor Neil. So poor Neil, he does put up a lot with me, put up with a lot, having to go to all these things, and he just shakes his head quite a lot and he just goes, oh, for God's sake, what now? But you know, he sticks with it, he rolls with it, and he's constantly wondering what I'm going to do next. So every day is a little surprise for him. But I've been quite good lately. I've been quite sedate, so I'm sure he's waiting for the next instalment. Anyway, that is the answers to the Q&As. So I hope that answered some of the questions that you've got on your minds, and I probably will do another one in a few months' time, just to, you know, touch base with you all again, and hope you're enjoying the content and go from there. So without further ado, I will bid you all a fond farewell. Have an amazing week, and I will catch you again very, very soon. See you later.